there's so much information. I think I mentioned this the other day, that even pick any segment of human knowledge, there's so much information being produced in that sector of human knowledge every second that no single person is capable of processing the information that's being produced simultaneously. So you can't, how do you keep up? Well, you can't. You can't keep up with the flow of information. We already know that. So we have to select a tiny, very small portion of all of the information that is available to us from all of the universe at any given instant. We only select a very, very narrow portion of those emanations, which we then use to construct the world that we experience. Okay? And as long as we continue to activate those links that give us the world that we experience, then that world continues to exist. And if at some point we desire or learn how to change the intent behind the creation of the experience that we have, then we can actually change the experience. But you have to start with the intent behind the experience. That's where the change has to happen, and the experience follows that. All of human experience collectively is a system. It's it's a system because the component parts of the human experience, the individual human being, okay, is an irreducible unit. Subhumans don't participate in this, and the primates and all the rest of them. You're either human or you're not. If you are human, you're part of the whole system of human experience on this planet at this time. And systems are always greater than the sum of their parts. That's the nature of systemic reality, is that you can't see the operation of the system in the individual parts. Okay? Things emerge from the whole which are not apparent in the individual components that make up this whole. Okay. We know that human civilization is way, 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 way more than individual human beings, although of course human civilization doesn't exist apart from human beings, right? Without human beings, there is no human civilization. There's not even a history of human civilization, because there's no one left as a witness of it.
No one left to tell the story.
Yes, there's no one left to tell the story. There's nobody there to dig up the bones afterwards and use satellite imaging to reveal where these ancient civilizations that seemed so advanced at the time, what happened to them? They disappeared almost without a trace. Anyway, I don't believe that's our fate. I don't believe it's the fate of the current crop of human beings on the planet to totally disappear. No, I don't see that as our fate at all. How many of the currently living human beings on the planet are still going to be alive in 20 or 30 or 50 years? Will in large measure be up to them, all of them, all of us that are now participating in this experience as the collective of humans on the planet. As one species, we're all connected. We can't help it. We are, we are our brothers and our sisters' keepers. We are our brothers and our sisters. It is really, truly one big family, even if it's a messy family, even if you don't like some of the members of your own family, it's still family. Okay?
Oh my God. You stick with them through thick and thin.
That's right. And blood is thicker than water, right? Yes. The human system, the system of human experience, the whole, if you look at it as a systemic whole, all of human experience currently occurring simultaneously on this planet. We finally get a global civilization after centuries and centuries and centuries of trying to bring together all of humanity in one place at one time simultaneously, which we have finally done, and now we've discovered it's really a crappy civilization. It's doing a lot of damage. The current civilization is doing a huge amount of damage to the life support system that we all depend on for our well-being. Okay, so we're doing that collectively, and we know that, and it's no secret, and it's been known for a long time, and it's taught in the schools. And anyway, so how come we can't do anything about it? Why is it so hard? What's missing here? There's something missing. We live in a system which is not functioning optimally. Optimal function is elusive. Okay, there's some feedback loop which is non-functional that should be in place in order for the system of human experience, the sum total of human experience on the planet, that system at that level should be functioning to ensure the well-being of all of the component parts of the system, because that's the optimal level of system functioning. All the component parts are happy and healthy, and the whole thing is happy and healthy, and that's just how it works. So what could this feedback loop be, which is not functioning right now, which if it was restored would enable the system to run at its optimal potential and ensure the well-being of all the component parts of the system and the well-being of the whole system simultaneously? My theory, well, it's not really my theory, a theory which I embrace, is that we have the illusion of separation from our source. So that illusion of disconnection from the source is really what leads to all of these subsidiary and subsequent crises that we experience as somehow separate, whether they're political or economic or ecological. They can all be traced back to this original illusion of separation and everything that grew out of that illusion. Again, this is not a new message. I'm certainly not the first the first one to point out that feeling separated from your source can create anxiety. Anxiety can lead to fear. Fear can lead to rage, hate. And we know what comes after that.
Billable hours?
Yeah. The devil might be long gone as a as as a personal force in in the world, but there's a lot of sympathy for the devil that is still going around the planet. And sympathy for the devil leads to all sorts of nasty outcomes. You know? Yes, it just seems like we're being sympathetic, but hey man, you're either on the bus or you're off the bus. You're on the bus or you're off the bus. If you're on the bus, you know, you're with the bus driver, man. If you're off the bus, you're on your own.
Because you can have all the sympathy for the devil, but the devil will never, ever have sympathy for you.
No, it's just not in his nature to be sympathetic towards anyone, truly.
Like, did Donald Trump pardon Bison guy?
No, no, no. It's only the people that prepaid that got pardons. You know, they prepaid. You know.